Welcome everybody to our show. This is Custom Fab Garage on our channel Octane TV on YouTube. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and on top of that, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new content that comes out weekly and even every day. This is the radio before, and it doesn't even come on. That's how bad it is. It's a common problem with these focuses. First step of removing this is there is usually a plastic cap right here. You'll need to pop that out, but this one doesn't have one on it, and then take these two screws out here on the bottom. So, sorry I don't have one on here to show you how to take it off, but usually you'll take this cap off and then remove these two screws. Just to let you know that these are technically a T25 screw. That's my apologies. I did get them out with a T20, but you definitely don't want to strip anything out. But technically these are a T25 Torx. So what we're going to do now, since we have these all removed, is we're going to go ahead and pull this whole front plate off. And it will, oh wow, that comes off so easy. See how easy that comes off? I didn't even put any force on it. And this whole thing will actually just pull right off. Here's what it looks like when you pull it all the way out, and you'll need to unplug this one plug right here. Next step, we will need to remove all the T25s that hold this screen in and this unit in here. So we need to get this out, and then we also need to get the screen out. So we need to take all these out. So we have a T25, 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 same way on this side over here. And then we can take this whole thing out. We've got everything unscrewed. So we're gonna go ahead and, oh wow, the whole thing just comes out in one big piece. Boom. And then we will need to unplug that plug right there. And then this whole thing will come out. And this is the way the plug comes out, is you just push down on this part, and then this cantilever style thing comes right out, and boom, that's how you get that out of there. So I figured out why his radio doesn't work, because it's not even plugged in. Somebody got in here and unplugged all this. So you'll need to unplug these two harnesses and then the antenna as well. You're gonna have to unclip all these. You have to remove this and this. This is the only thing that's going to get moved over, is this part and this part on both sides. You need to take those off, and then they need to be removed so we can put them into the new kit. And it's super easy to get out if you just push down on these on both sides. Just get on this side and push down. It will unclip out of this. So basically just take this and push it down, and then just pull the piece up. And then that's how you get it separated, and then we'll put these into the new kit that we have. So that's the only thing that's going to really transfer over from this. So this is the kit, which will be an FOC1 from Idatalink, and then this is the harness that we're going to use, which is the RR from Idatalink, and then we're going to be using this Jensen, which is a CAR714MW radio. So these are the three parts that we're going to be using today. Put a link down in the description below. All you got to do is click on that link, boom, ship to your house. Super easy. First thing we're going to do is take this piece right here, and we're going to attach it with the 4 holes that it has to right here on the back of the new kit. So this is the new kit. We're going to take this, we're going to put it there, and then take the 4 screws they gave us and attach it at each one of those points. So we have everything screwed in right here, all the way around. Next we need to choose whether we do the hazard switch or the hazard with key. Since ours has with the hazard with the key, that's what we're going to put in there. And we're going to put that in right there. Next step, we're going to take these vents from the factory piece up here, and we're going to put them into the new piece. So we're going to slide both of those in. Since we have the vent style on the bottom, it already comes with that one installed. It also comes with a replacement one that doesn't have it, but we're going to leave this one in since we already have this style from the factory. And it's got these little vents right here that come through, and you'll also have them in the factory piece as well. It's the older ones that have these. The newer ones don't have those, and that's why they give you 2 pieces. And then they give you 2 pieces for the hazard switch too, because the newer ones don't have the key lock in there as well. So basically this is ready to go. I need to wipe off my fingerprints, but basically it's ready to go. We got the mounts on the side. I'm not sure where this is going to put us, so we're going to have to test it in the car to get it flush with this piece. So that's kind of the hard part of knowing what's going to make this flush to fit up against there. So that'll be some testing we have to do in the car, and hopefully we have this bracket in the right holes. These are the ones that matched up. This is how the bracket does go. So once we put it in the car, we'll figure out how it is and we'll take a picture of it as well. So we put the radio in here just as a test fit. Sorry about my oily hands touching this. I'm gonna have to wipe that off, but we put it in here just to test fit it. I had to move it a couple times, but it fits really good. And here's the settings that I have them pushed all the way forward to get this to come out, and that way you can grab the knob. So on this side it's pushed all the way forward on these, but it fits perfect. So it looks really clean, fits perfect. This is a very complicated way of doing things. Just to let you know, this is the wiring diagram. If you have a factory, like this will plug in. So basically what we had to do is, this harness is right here, and we had to cut it off because we don't have this adapter. So it kind of looks like I don't know, like an Alpine or a Kenwood right here, and then you can plug it into most of these head units. But since we have a Jensen, this won't work, so we have to cut it off and hardwire it. So we have to go wire to wire. A lot of this is not going to make sense. So this is very confusing for most normal people. This is the OBD2 connector. These are a lot of the connectors that we have to plug together to make the module work, and then data, aux, and then the main control harness. So I'll show you on the main control harness how we have all the plugs plugged in. So basically data and then aux, which are these 2 right here. Okay, so those are your 2 black ports right there. And then these harnesses are plugged in here, green and then the black. And then you have your other larger harness. Those are all plugged into the module running down. A lot of this stuff is just plug and play, like this plugs into the blue, this plugs into the purple, this plugs into the yellow. And I'm hoping that all this stuff will work correctly like it's supposed to. This is just color to color. The only thing that might be a little confusing on this is you do have to wire up the purple to white to reverse. And pretty much other than that, it's all color to color. You will need to run the OBD2 over to the OBD2 connector, run it all the way up, plug it into here. And then here's where you're going to run your purple harness right here, this one with the black end, to the top part that goes up here. You're going to run these 2 to the ones that plug in here, the one that plugs into the blue, and your antenna adapter here. This is a mess, so we got to get this all cleaned up, but hopefully everything works. And then this will plug into the dash kit itself. So hopefully everything works. Let's just pray it works. Here's the radio installed. Got our hazards. And then lock and unlock. And then inside of here you'll have your USB and Type-C. That's what we've got connected to the radio directly into the back. And then the radio's right here. We do not have a backup camera on this particular model of car, and steering wheel controls did not work when we brought it in, so unfortunately it doesn't work with this radio as well, but everything else works, looks great. Super happy with the way it turned out.